Hey everyone, it's Hairyfrankfurt. Today I'm going to be showing you my morning routine. I do this every day for a successful day, for a happy day, for a day filled with manifesting amazing things. I swear by this morning routine because it kind of keeps me sane in my head, I guess. It is amazing as a kind of self-care ritual and it has helped me a tremendous amount with a lot of things. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be making more videos like this one, as well as continuing the story times and the Dear Diary videos. And of course, my beginner's guide to the gym playlist is continuing as well. So if you want to smash out 2018 and absolutely kill it this year, then this is the channel you want to be subscribed to. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone knows this, but morning routine videos are a reenactment. So I may not seem as morning-y as I would normally because this isn't actually at 5 in the morning, which my first step is to wake up at 5 or 5:30 in the morning. And I know a lot of people think that that is absolutely ridiculous, but here in Brisbane, the sun rises like between 4 and 4:30. So by 5, the sun is ready, it's daytime, it is showtime, honey. And honestly, the morning hours are the best time to have like a self-care practice and to kind of have a self-care ritual, have something set in stone so that you can kind of set your day up for success, which is why I call this my morning routine for success. A lot of people struggle with waking up this early in the morning, but my tip is to have your phone in another room to charge and have your alarm on your phone. But because I don't like distractions and I'm very easily distracted, I turn my phone onto airplane mode the night before. So I wake up, I get out of my bed so that I can turn my alarm off, and then I kind of just sit on the floor for a few minutes staring at the sun. Because anyone who knows anything about the circadian rhythm, you would know that you need to kind of look at the sun for a little while for your brain to be like, okay, it's daytime, let's do things, whatever. Then I actually go back to my bedroom to make my bed, because then that kind of solidifies we are not getting back into bed. Unless you're filming a morning routine video, then you're getting back into bed 3 times to film the shot, but that's another story. Once your bed is made, you're kind of telling yourself that you are a clean person, you are caring for your space, you respect your bed, you respect your space, you're showing gratitude for the things that you have in your life by taking care of them, and also taking care of yourself as well by kind of cleaning up. Another thing that has helped me a tremendous amount with actually waking up so early is doing yoga in the morning. Yoga is something that I used to really struggle with because of my sciatica, but now that my sciatica is getting better and I'm kind of getting back into training, yoga has been an incredible thing for me to kind of get some deep breaths in early in the morning to wake up my brain and wake up my body, and then do some movement to get some blood pumping and again just wake me up and get me ready. It's amazing for stretching, and I don't know, I've really enjoyed yoga. I don't do anything tremendously extravagant, as you can see. It's just some basic poses and a few stretches that I add in for my personal needs, and it has helped me really quite a bit with my waking up. Once again, if we want to bring this back to the idea of success and manifesting things, you are looking after your body, you're caring for your body, you are kind of moving your body early in the morning and getting yourself ready for doing things, and big deep breaths of oxygen, as well as being mindful and taking a minute to just feel your body and your sensations and kind of get used to knowing what your body can do and not judging it for things that it can't do. So an amazing mindfulness practice, as well as an amazing thing to do for your body. After I complete my little yoga practice, I feel that my mind is pretty awake and it is time for me to start my journaling. I will say that until coffee happens, I am still a little bit sleepy. So for journaling, I just basically write 3 pages of my dreams, my thoughts, weird things that have popped into my head, and basically anything, what I plan to do that day. I do my manifesting journaling in here as well. So when I get to my Dear Diary series for this year, it's gonna be an interesting one because I'll jump from things like how to dream about my old housemate, and then I am. So that's kind of what I use my journaling for, and I think it's really good because it's teaching your brain that when you have a thought, to only have it once, because once you've had the thought, you've written it down. It's not gonna keep popping up, and it kind of prevents ruminating on things that may be a little bit less positive than you would like. So if you kind of want to get your morning on track, write your thoughts down, write your feelings down, write anything down. I do 3 pages, you can do 2, you can do 1, you can do a few lines, you can use journaling prompts, don't use journaling prompts, whatever man, up to you. I enjoy this because it's kind of also giving me something to remember my life with, like in the future. I've always loved diary writing though, so after I've woken my brain up with some journaling and kind of getting my thoughts out of my head onto paper, I move on to kind of clearing out my mind, clearing out my chakras, doing some emotional focus tapping and some meditation. The reason I say clearing out my chakras, and it's probably not really what I'm doing, emotional focus tapping is kind of focused around the 7 chakras. So it starts with the crown of the head at the tippy point. All of the places, if you want to try this at home, all of the places that you are tapping, you will kind of feel like a sensitivity, and that's kind of the place. That's like your energy center and the vortex for that chakra. Whether you believe this stuff or not, doesn't matter. You don't have to do this, but that is the concept behind it. And each of the 7 chakras are as follows. So you've got the crown chakra on top, then you've got your 3rd eye chakra, your throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral, and root chakra, or your base chakra. And from top to bottom, you've got your spirituality, your awareness, your communication, your heart and healing, your wisdom and power, your sexuality and creativity, and then your basic trusts and your kind of animal instincts and that sort of stuff. What you're doing there is you're kind of looking for places that are specifically sensitive, because the first time you do your tapping, you kind of need to find your spot, if you will. So tip of the crown, and on your temples, then you're gonna do the highest point of your cheekbones, then your upper lip, your chin, your chest, and then you close it all off by slapping the left rib cage just to kind of close it off. I personally like to take a few minutes with each specific spot so that I can kind of feel the vibration, which you might feel, you might not. I personally have like a weird buzz that happens when I'm tapping specific chakra centers. The other thing with this is that it kind of, for me, lets me know which areas of my person I might be struggling. So if I often find that my communication and my heart chakra are quite sensitive, because obviously I've had some issues with my close family members and friends or my loved ones, and that kind of alerts me to the fact that, okay, that's what that is, it's okay, let's move on. So I do that, and then while I'm still in that deep breathing meditative state, I will do meditation for 20 minutes. I am so far from being any good at meditating. I do it for 20 minutes, and I don't know how many times my mind gets taken away, and I don't know what it is. I don't think it really matters though, because at least I'm trying. And they always say, you know, if you have a thought, as soon as you notice it, acknowledge it, say goodbye. And I do, and I try not to have any judgment attached to that saying goodbye to the thought, but it is so easy to be like, this meditating isn't working. And it's just practice. Your meditation practice is something that you should be doing consistently and regularly and practicing, because you do kind of want to get used to doing that. You know, when you have a thought or a feeling or something, acknowledge it, say goodbye, move on, go back to what you were doing or whatever the case may be. And I know that I have gone through stages of really good meditation and really bad meditation. It doesn't really matter. At least you're trying, and I am still trying. And it is something that, like, I can do it when I'm not meditating. When I have a thought or something, I can see it objectively and see it for what it is, and then let it go. There's lots of guided meditations that you can use. The Headspace one was great, but I didn't actually pay for it. There's also ones on YouTube that you can watch. My psychologist gave me Leaves on a Stream, which is where you visualize yourself being in a really serene place, and then every time you have a thought, you write it on a leaf and let it go down a stream. Super easy stuff, basically the same. So find something that works for you, do whatever it takes to kind of get in that zone. And then after I've done my meditating, I didn't actually get footage of this. I swear to God I got footage of this, but it doesn't exist, so I mustn't have filmed it. I will read a book for 30 minutes, and currently reading Fuck Feelings. I am not a fan, to be honest with you. I like to read self-help books or positive spirituality books in the morning. This one is technically a self-help book, but it's certainly not positive, and I am not a fan. So I'm kind of skipping over the bits that I don't like. I am brushing over pieces that just don't help me. I'm getting through it as quickly as I possible, and this weekend I'm going to be going to Bookfest and getting a bajillion books that are more suited to what I want to actually focus on. The reason I do reading in the morning, and especially reading that is non-fiction, is because your brain is as ready for anything as it can be to actually absorb knowledge and apply things. Then after my reading, I go in and I set up my day in my bullet journal. Here you can see that I am writing up the kind of affirmation or the quote for the day. I like to pull these from Pinterest. I'll leave my Pinterest linked down below, maybe. I don't know if that would help you find the things that I'm looking at on Pinterest or the boards that I follow on Pinterest, but it might. So I will leave my Pinterest linked down below, and maybe some boards that I follow so that you guys can follow them as well. I basically just pull like a positive affirmation or a quote, I write it in my bullet journal, I color it in, make it look all pretty so that I'm happy to actually look at it, and then I also kind of like schedule out my day, so what I need to do for the day, when I need to do it, and those sorts of things. And then I kind of feel like it is ready to go, baby. So that is when I take my medication and have my coffee. And then with coffee, I kind of just sit and watch YouTube videos and my day begins. So I know this was an incredibly long video, but I really wanted to share with you guys what I do for my morning practice or my morning routine, because I think it has helped me a tremendous amount kind of stay mentally stable, to stay positive, and it's really helped me manifest the things that I want. So if you guys want to start manifesting things, if you want to have successful days, if you want to have positivity filled days, if you will, then this is definitely something that I would recommend. It might not work for you. You might take some bits, you might leave some other pieces, you might change meditation for prayer, you might change reading for writing, like an actual full book of your own. I don't know. Do whatever it takes, man. Just you do you. Modify it as much as you want. Don't modify it. Don't do it. Doesn't bother me. I hope this helped anyways. And if you like these videos, I will be doing an entire series on kind of positivity things. So when I have the series, you can click the playlist, but otherwise my most recent video is here. So make sure you are subscribed so you know when my next video goes up, because that's the best way to know. And that little bell is incredibly helpful. So click that little bell and you will see me in the next video, okay? Bye!